In 1971, this song barely made it onto the radio. 30 years later, one movie scene turned it into a classic. Tiny Dancer is now one of Elton John's most beloved songs, but on release it nearly disappeared entirely. It barely cracked the charts, overshadowed by other tracks from the same album. Radio programmers largely ignored it. For decades, it looked destined to stay a forgotten deep cut. Then in 2000, a single scene in the film Almost Famous changed everything. A busload of exhausted musicians and crew, mid-argument, slowly began singing the song together. That scene introduced Tiny Dancer to a new generation, and it has been a beloved anthem ever since, capable of filling a room with strangers singing every word. Long before that rescue, the song carried its own secret. It was written by Taupin, Elton John's longtime lyricist, after a trip to Los Angeles in 1970. Taupin was captivated by American groupies, seamstresses, and free-spirited women who traveled with rock bands, stitching costumes and keeping the touring circus running. One woman stood out, Maxine Feibelman, a seamstress who worked with the band and who Taupin would later marry. She sewed patches onto jeans, mended stage clothes, and quietly kept the operation together while the band chased its next show. Taupin wrote Tiny Dancer with her in mind, capturing how musicians talked about the women who made life on the road possible. When the album came out, Maxine recognized herself immediately. The opening lines, "Blue Jean Baby, L.A. Lady, seamstress for the band," were unmistakably her. Elton John and Taupin rarely explained their lyrics, keeping the process private, but the album's own liner notes carried a dedication, "With love to Maxine." The song was not an abstract fantasy about a nameless muse. It was a tribute to a real person who spent her days doing unglamorous, essential work most fans never saw, and who, unlike so many forgotten muses, knew it from the very beginning. Behind every "Hold Me Closer" is a song that almost never got a chance, and a real woman who spent years quietly carrying the knowledge that she had already been immortalized inside it. And that is The Missing Track, the music stories nobody told you. Subscribe so you never miss one.